Let's talk about ratings. AEW Dynamite April 10th on TBS, 8 to 10 o'clock p.m.
With the stars, CM Punk.
With the stars, CM Punk. Well, the overall rating, on average, 819,000 viewers.
Huge.
That is the highest number since February 28th.
But they've all sucked since February 28th. So that's like being the, I'm sorry if I overuse this, nicest guy in prison, isn't it?
It is also the highest in the 18 to 49 key demo since January 17th. And it is 9% above last week and 6% above the trailing 4 weeks. That's for this big CM Punk reveal. So before we get to the quarterly breakdowns, almost like the Mercedes Moné debut and there was nothing. Does this number tell you anything?
Well, they were preaching to the choir to begin with because we couldn't even mention his name. So the only people that knew what they were going to see were the people who already knew what they were going to see, which is the same audience that has been watching this program, give or take, dribbles and drabs, dravas and drams, back and forth for months and months and months and months and months. And so, and even that we'll see when we get to the quarters, whether just by insinuation that people actually tuned in to see CM Punk choke Jack Perry, but it's the same people. Punk's on a whole nother level now, like the kids say. And he's on a program where better than half of those people probably don't know that this incident was going on or happened. It's a whole nother world. Well, I'm sure the AEW fans are nostalgic for when they could turn the TV on and watch their show with the two biggest stars in wrestling that just weren't the biggest stars in wrestling while they were there.
That were chased away by Tony Khan. Let's never forget that. All the drama backstage, all the issues with the Bucks in their camp. Whoever started it, whoever's doing it, that's one thing. The person who allowed everything to fester. The person who allowed Cody to leave. The person who allowed all these things is Tony Khan. Tony Khan has put out a tweet, Jim.
Oh, no.
Just got the great news from TBS. Last night, Wednesday Night Dynamite, up 29% from last week.
Wait, what?
And up 17% over the prior 6-week average.
Wait a minute, up 29%? How could that be possible? 30%, let's say, of 800,000 people would be a goddamn couple 100,000 people. Where's his numbers coming from?
Thank you all for watching AEW Wednesdays. See you at a stacked TBS wrestling show Wednesday in Indy and rampaging and colliding this weekend on TNT.
You didn't answer my question there, Burford.
Yeah, I don't know. Tony may have his own special stats, alternative stats. He's a statistician, isn't he? Didn't his dad give him money to open up a company so that he could do stats?
No, I don't know whether he's a statistician or a Presbyterian, but that doesn't have any bearing on this. How could it be up? You just said it was up 9% or something, or 7%, and he says 29%?
Let me go back to the number here. This is according to WrestleNomics.
An independent party in this whole saga.
This week's episode, again, 819,000 on average, and we'll do the real average later on.
Yeah.
Last week was 752, according to this. So that is a 9% increase.
Yeah, that kind of works out mathematically, doesn't it?
Tony says 29%. Well, it's up 30% in the key demo versus last week.
Oh, good Lord. Well, what about in nursery school? How are we doing in the nursery school students? Are we up or down in that fucking demographic also? All right, where'd they start?
Well, they started quarter 1, 8 to 8:15 p.m. Samoa Joe and Swerve Strickland's ramp angle, followed by Adam Copeland versus Penta El Zero Miedo, a picture-in-picture. 981,000 viewers.
So thank Sheldon, the Big Bangers have delivered them another almost 1 million people, and I see by the average it might trend downward. But where do we stand?
Yeah, and according to the trend line here, this is kind of, for the most part, remarkably in line with the 90-day trend, but quarter two, 8:15 to 8:30 p.m., the continuation of Copeland versus Penta with picture-in-picture, 857,000 viewers.
Ouch! All right.
And it's also important to note that it was during this match that the clock went up to announce that the Young Bucks will be appearing, although I was later told that the time was wrong. So they had a ticker for when they would appear, and it was off.
Well, most of their tickers are off over there, but they lost 124,000 people on the strength of the biggest ex-WWE name that was on this program, and promising that they were going to have footage of something, but we don't know what, and we can't really say who's in it.
Right, and that was, of course, in quarter three. 8:30 to 8:45 p.m., the post-match of the previous match with Brody King, Julia Hart, Willow Nightingale, and that was it. And then the Lion Hook and Shibata backstage promo.
Shoo-poopy, shoo-poopy, shoo-poopy.
An ad break, and then the poopy continues. Mark Briscoe, Eddie Kingston, Copeland, Willow Nightingale, and Stokely Hathaway's backstage promos / angle.
They set up a mixed tag team match in that thing.
And then the Young Bucks serious backstage promo. A very serious Young Bucks today on the After School Special. And the All-In Security video. 880,000 viewers and 449 and 18 to 49 the key demo.
So they actually got 23,000 extra people based on appealing to the pool of people that knew what the fuck that they were going to see before they saw it because they couldn't tell them. And he still managed to, except for the opening salvo, the opening quarter, he drew what I assume is the highest quarter hour in the program.
And then it's back to his stars. 8:45 to 9 p.m. quarter four. FTR's live promo, an ad break, a Bryan Danielson video, and Will Ospreay's ramp promo. 822,000 viewers.
Okay, so there went about 60,000, 58 if you want to be precise. It said, well, we've seen it now.
We then go to the big 9 o'clock hour, quarter five, 9 to 9:15 p.m. A Julia Hart video, and then Lion Hook and Shibata versus Shane Taylor Promotions with picture-in-picture ads. 767,000 viewers.
G. Manelli Shelley.
Jim Manelli Shelley?
G. Manelli
That's Dean
Shelley.
Malenko's nickname. Did you know that?
I did not. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, Jim Manelli Shelley.
So they lost on the back of Chris Jericho and his associated cohorts, 55,000 people at the top of the hour. And they are now down more than 214,000 from the start of the program.
We then go to quarter seven, 9:15.
No, it should be 6.
Is it?
At the top of the hour.
There's no overrun here, so I'm thrown off from what I'm usually looking at. Quarter 6.
Yeah, they accidentally ended on time this week.
9:15 to 9:30 p.m. The Dustin Rhodes backstage promo. The Okada versus Cristiano Argento, match.
Christina Applegate. She could have hit harder.
With the post-match with Pac, the Young Bucks, and FTR, the Bullet Club Gold backstage promo, an ad break, and then the Tony Storm Thunder Rosa Deonna Purrazzo ramp angle. 765,000 viewers.
Well, think about this now. They got not only the EVPs, but also one of the new $1 Million Men, Okada. And all of that, so they only lost 2,000 viewers in the 15 minutes.
We call that progress. Quarter 7, 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. The beautiful Anna Jay versus Mariah May with picture-in-picture ads.
Mariah May I?
The post-match with Mina Shirakawa and the Mercedes Moné backstage promo and acting seminar with Alex Marvez.
Hosted by Alexandra Pepperday.
759,000 viewers.
Well, so this high-priced acquisition only lost them 6,000 more viewers in the course of her contribution to the program. That's good to know.
And finally, Jim, quarter 8, no overrun this week. Thank God, because it's done nothing but hurt this company. An ad break, 9:45 to 10 p.m., an ad break. Samoa Joe versus Dustin Rhodes with picture-in-picture, and the post-match with Swerve Strickland. 723,000 viewers.
So by the time their top guy their champion gets in the ring, and people probably figure that their top babyface, Swerve, will be involved in some fashion, they said, nah, we can't take any more. So that's another 36,000, bringing the total from start to finish to 258,000 people, which is over 25% of the audience that they started out with.
Minus quarter 1, Jim, which we know is the Big Bang Theory, 796,000 viewers is the average.
Well, maybe they ought to air more of the ring camera footage of normal people's subdivisions that have more action going on than what they have on their security cameras. Hey.
This is a company that continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Swerve Strickland and Samoa Joe opened and closed the show. There was no one there at the end. The audience had gone away by the end of it. That's for the World Heavyweight title. So they're not even sitting there for that stuff. They came to see what the Bucks were going to say, a little more than usual. And then when they saw it, everyone left the way they usually do.
Yeah.
The people that were in the building, when the Bucks and Okada...
they didn't have any choice. They locked the doors when they came in.
When the Bucks and Okada were getting their heat on FTR and Pac, they either sat there silently giving them no heat or chanted CM Punk. This is an amazing misfire. And the fact that Tony Khan and the Young Bucks didn't know better is stunning.
And from the point where the security camera video showed to the end of the program, they lost 157,000 people from there.
Well, don't worry. They're coming to Louisville soon, so I'm sure that'll be the week they pick things up.
Look at here. No, I keep hearing that. It's Highland Heights, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I have a tweet from Tony right here.
I think it's somewhere around Cincinnati. I don't recognize it around here. I've never heard of an arena in this goddamn place. I don't know where they're going, actually. And I live in the state.
Tony Khan has done another one of his promotional tweets a little earlier. What a week! BCC, Don Callis family. Danielson and Claudio versus Hobbs and Fletcher. Saturday, AEW Collision, Cincinnati, Louisville, Highland Heights.
Well, what the?
Claudio versus Will Ospreay, Wednesday, Dynamite, Indianapolis. Danielson versus Ospreay, Dynasty, Sunday, St. Louis. He is so bad at Twitter, and he thinks he's good at it. That's the other amazing thing.
What does he think, that Cincinnati and Louisville is like Minneapolis and St. Paul? It's 100 fucking miles from one to the other.
It's an emerging market. It's an emerging market.
It's the same distance as it is from Philadelphia to fucking New York. Is that like the same market?
Well, you know, the big Philadelphia, Long Island market.
No. It's easier to get from Louisville to Cincinnati than it is up there, but it's, you know,
that'd be like booking a show in Trenton and saying, New York, Philadelphia, come on out. Well, those were the ratings.